part of this is the collaging. So what you'll need is magazines, perhaps pictures of your family, your pets, things that you found on the internet that you really like and you wanted to print out. This is going to take a little while. You're going to need to find images of things that relate to the topics that you chose. So go find some magazines. I like to use the ones that come in the junk mail. We'll find some of those. You might have some laying around that your parents may have and that you've already read, or maybe some catalogs that you get in the mail. I know I used to get like Lego magazine and stuff like that in the mail. You could totally use those too. You could also draw your own stuff, which is a lot of times what you have to do if you can't find images that you like. If you're looking through magazines and you just don't find the perfect image, you can always draw one. Or let's say a beautiful spread like this has some cool color. I could cut the shape of something out that I liked and turn it into what I wanted. So just use your imagination, but go ahead and pull some images. And then when you see me next, we'll talk about actually getting those images to stick on your board. So let's go cut out some stuff, and then we'll take a look at how to actually adhere the things to your board using either glue stick or artist medium. So you'd like to make a collage. I've already started mine. I've got this cute little girl and her pile of books and a cat ribbon on my background right here. And I'm going to add some more things to it. I thought about adding perhaps some flowers over in this area. And so I pulled some magazine pictures that had some interesting images, some leaves, some flowers, and then another set of flowers that were in the same colors as what I already had. So I'm going to add them probably over here to my design. What do I need to add these elements? Well, pretty much just scissors, a glue stick, and a piece of wax paper. So now what you're going to want to do is get rid of that piece of paper, is glue your images down. And to do so, you have to start with the bottom image. And in my case, the bottom image is these leaves. So I'm going to remove the other ones and start with this. My bottom image, I really want it to be exactly right there. So what I'm going to do is pick up my finger and put some glue under the image with my glue stick and then kind of stick it down. I don't really want it to move anywhere because I want it exactly right there. And then I'm going to pick up my paper, and this is going to get my fingers gluey, but that's okay. And go around the outside edges with my glue stick. All right, now I've got my bottom one situated really good. All the edges glued down, no bubbles, I'm smushing it all out. And I'm going to move this out of the way so I can do the next piece, which is going to be my little roses. And they don't have to be as exact, so I'm going to do it this way. This is a good way to get your glue all the way to the edges. Flip your design over and then run your glue from the middle out onto your wax paper. Now, why am I using wax paper? Well, because I'm going to get glue everywhere if I don't. So now that I've got my thing already glued, I'm moving my wax paper, and then I'm going to set it down where I wanted it, which is about right here. You can see it's kind of curling up, but all I'm going to do is just push it all the way down, and it should go on real flat because I put glue all the way to the edges. Okay, my next piece is going to be this one and then this one, and I'll do it pretty much the same way for both. And then put your cap on your glue, move your wax paper, and then you can go around the edges and check that they're glued down really well. Use your fingernail And if they peel up, you know you need a little bit more glue, but mine are pretty good. Oop, there's a little spot right there. You see it? So I'm going to take my glue stick, just put a little bit of glue down and flatten that down. And that way your edges won't peel up after this is dry. And there you go. That's how you add elements of collage with a glue stick. Another way you can add collage elements to your art is by using a medium like this, gloss medium, matte medium. Any medium will work. Liquitex is what I use, but Golden, lots of other paint companies make some. And a brush. And you're going to be applying it much like you would paint. So you also need a palette or something to hold your medium, and you just need a little bit. Not much. And I've already cut out this cool, like, it's a shower head, but I just like the shape and the different shiny elements on it, and I thought it looked cool on my picture, and so I'm going to put it down. Ideally, I would have put it down first because I would have liked this leaf to be on top, but I decided just to cut a little chunk out, and then I'm going to go back with some white paint since the background of this little leaf is white. This also allows you to position your items much easier and more precise than using the glue stick. Kind of like we did with the leaves with the glue stick, I'm going to be able to hold this down and just apply the adhesive to the area on the back of the page. So I'm going to take my little brush and put some adhesive on the back, a thin layer for this kind of application because it's pretty sticky and you don't want your paper to bubble. And then what I'll do after I lay it back down is kind of use my fingers like a squeegee to push the glue toward the outside and to make sure there's no air bubbles. And then I'm going to kind of peel it back up and see how far it's stuck. So that's about how far it's stuck. And so I'm going to go back under and put some more glue. You will see that I'm kind of going beyond the edges. That's totally okay. It's going to dry clear. And then I move toward the outside to get rid of any bubbles. It might wrinkle a little bit, and if you've used a whole lot of adhesive, it's going to wrinkle a lot. So that's why you want kind of this thin layer of adhesive under here. And then you get a brush hair stuck, and then lay it back down. Hopefully that will have all of my edges sealed down. Oop, there's a little spot right here. I can kind of shove my brush up underneath there to make sure it's all stuck down. And then after that, you can use your medium, your gloss medium or your matte medium to go around the edges of your design and seal it down. Again, you don't want too much, you're going to make your paper wrinkle. But this will seal the edges of your design so that they won't peel up later. And then after this is mostly dry, I'm going to go back and cover over this whole thing with gloss medium. This right here that I've already done is already dry, so I'm going to do that for this. And it just gives me an extra layer of protection over my collage images so that they don't peel up and that they are, if I paint on top of it, perhaps I can scrape some of the paint off and I won't totally ruin these images. And there you go. I'm not going to put it on the tape, but I've already done it for these, and this image has already been done, so I don't need to go over those again. And there you have it, how to apply collage adhesive with a brush.
I hope that you learned something today. When in my class, we always try to think about what artists do and how they make their decisions. That's what we hope to learn. So until next time, remember, you are the artist, your workspace is your studio, and we always want to learn, what do artists do? That's the essence of the style that I teach, which is called tab. I'll see you next time.